Oregon Sports Network presents The Rich Brooks Show. Sponsored in part by Budweiser. By Bimart. By the Oregon Lottery. By State Farm Insurance. By Gatorade. And by Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Oregon. And by Mashofsky Enterprises and Taylor Electric. The Rich Brooks Show on the Oregon Sports Network.
Hi, everybody. I'm Todd McKim along with the coach, and welcome to this week's show. We'd also like to welcome our studio audience that turned out to watch the program this afternoon. A couple of these folks have been here all season long. We have some new faces as well. It's good to see all of you here, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's get into the highlights as the Ducks will receive to start the football game, and Donovan Moore getting some action on the kickoff return team. We'll field this one and return it back to the 28-yard line.
We left him a little prematurely here. The wedge took off a little too quick, but he almost broke that anyway. Very close come out. This is a third down play. Would have had the first down, but Ronnie Harris gets knocked loose. And Derek Detweiler, he's 2 for 2 on tackles on after interceptions or something. They get a personal foul, which starts them out 1st and 25, which is a tough blow for them, and almost intercepted right through Eric Castle's hands. He played a much better football game and almost got his 12th career pick right there. David Massey steps up and makes the tackle.
So it's 3rd down and 29. And just a little dump pass over the middle intended for Gulliford, and it's incomplete. So you get it back, second possession, and move the football, eventually getting a touchdown.
Good line surge there, draw play. Walt Wolf, the umpire, makes a pretty fine open field tackle right there.
I guess he went to Oregon, they tell me. 3rd and 7, big play, great touch pass here by O'Neill.
Nice job by Willie Tate. He's on a linebacker isolated, one-on-one. O'Neill delivers it, gets hit, but Willie Tate, in his first career start, was a big factor in the football game as a receiver, and he did a very creditable job blocking as well.
2nd and 14 play here. And you see the takedown by the face mask. That was a 15-yard penalty, and so that gives Oregon a 1st down. And the next play we see is a 3rd down and 6 from the 48.
This is the play we alluded to at the top of the show. O'Neill, with good protection, started to scramble up the middle and found Ronnie Harris breaking free and delivered the ball. You can see excellent pass blocking. O'Neill starts to run, but sees Ronnie Harris breaking free from his man. And, of course, with Ronnie's speed, with that kind of a lead, nobody's going to catch him.
Whether it's carrying a football or a baton in track, he's in for the score. And with the point after by Thompson, you got a 7-0 lead. And appear to be in control. You'd move the ball against their defense there on the last drive. So Arizona State gets it back. Not very good field position at the 23. Great coverage once again by Alex Molden.
Pretty prominent player on the defensive side again. Just seems to be making a lot of plays. Romeo Bannison with an excellent pass rush move, putting pressure on McGee and forcing him to throw it a little bit early.
So Oregon gets the ball back midway through the first quarter, leading 7-0. O'Neill. And there's Willie Tate again, one of his 4 receptions on the afternoon.
Big play there. Pretty good protection early, but the coverage breaks down a little bit. They had our primary route covered, so O'Neill scrambles backside and finds Willie Tate crossing the field for a nice gain and a 1st down before stepping out of bounds in front of our bench.
So into attempt a 44-yard field goal, and it misses to the right. So ASU gets it back, trying to establish the running game, but nothing doing.
Good job by Gary Williams. Hits him in the backfield right there. Can't hang on, but right there is Massey and Farwell and Coda to clean him up for a tackle for a loss.
3rd and 16. Try to run the option with the quarterback, and a gain maybe of 3 yards at best.
See, we're pretty well swarming around the football and playing fairly aggressive defense.
Oregon with a football back. That was a 1st and 10 play, and Burwell picks up 11.
Good job by Anthony Jones getting a key block to spring Burwell up inside.
And the final play of the first quarter. It looked like this might have a chance to go big, but Arizona State made a pretty good defensive play there, and that ended the first quarter with Oregon leading it 7-0. As we enter the second quarter, and the first play that we see of the second quarter will be a 51-yard field goal attempt, and Thompson comes in and just booms this one through.
As you can see, that one was near the top of the uprights. Could have been good from 60 or 65 yards.
He really has a strong leg. So Arizona State gets it back, trailing by 10. This is a 2nd and 14 play, and almost intercepted.
Alex is getting a lot of action.
Over the middle, and caught by the tight end, Bob Brasher, for a first down.
Their tight end hurt us on several occasions, and then we overplayed him on one just before the half, and they got a touchdown. Here they try the flea flicker, and Castle's covering the back. I believe Herman O'Berry was covering the receiver very well downfield. Both people were covered.
Watch what happens to the quarterback after he throws it.
John Tomapiao. It's the pressure there.
So the next play we see is 3rd and 2. They try to run it, and Joe Farwell sniffed it out.
Joe's there to force it back inside, does a nice job, comes in, gets the first hit, gets the tackle, gets help, obviously, from Tomapiao and a bunch of other green shirts.
So the Ducks get it back, but on a 3rd and 6 play, disaster fumble recovered by ASU.
We'll definitely learn from that, because we had 2 people reaching to pick it up rather than diving on the ground to recover it. And Arizona State comes right back and runs right over us and sticks it in the end zone on the 2nd play.
So after controlling play, you see with 9.5 to play in the second quarter, it's only a 3-point lead.
Excellent throw there. Just couldn't quite get his balance to keep his feet in to go down and maybe turn this into a real long touchdown. But Danny O'Neill, excellent protection again. Nice touch pass, drops it right over Anthony's shoulder, and Anthony makes a nice catch before stepping out of bounds.
On 2nd and 10, the longest run of the day. Burwell breaks clean over the right side, breaks a tackle, and gains 22.
Juan Shedrick is just doing a great job of blocking at the fullback. Watch him lead. Willie Tate caves it in, but watch Shedrick, 24 out in front, blocking the corner out. Just kicks him right out. Burwell sheds the safety's tackle and takes it on down the sideline.
So the ball now at the ASU 19-yard line. The Ducks trying to respond to Arizona State's score. Burwell gets 4 on the draw. The next play is a 3rd and 6.
Pressure up inside. O'Neill pulls the ball down and scrambles, but short of the first down.
So it's 4th and 1. You disdain a field goal attempt here to go for it on 4th and get the first down. But then the drive stalled, and Thompson comes in to attempt a 36-yarder down the middle and through the goalposts, and it's 13-7. Third and 2 for Arizona State. Alex Molden.
Got to get him to put the ball away a little bit. It's swinging around out there. Excellent job here by Ernest Jones, keeping the quarterback inside, and a great job to see the ball come out and whoo, swinging it around. Kind of looks like Burwell carrying the ball. Huh? We've got to work on both of those guys on there.
Well, if you can get Molden to actually carry the ball as much as Burwell, you're in good shape.
Disaster right there. O'Neill with a faint-hearted attempt at a tackle. But Whittle fumbles, and Wallerstadt picks it up and runs it down, and they get an attempt there. Another great play by Alex Molden. Watch him in great coverage here. Recovers, gets his hand on the ball, just flicks it right out of his hands.
And he does a nice job of not wrapping that right arm around, too.
That's exactly right. And big,
4th and 4, and you're called for being offside.
Big play here. There was quite a discussion because they'd had the same problem. In my opinion, the Arizona State center snaps the ball illegally. We moved on his movement. They ruled that it was a legal snap and that we were offsides. Excellent pressure here. Cota coming up to force him inside, and Farwell and Massey get there for the sack.
Loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 16.
Big play here. We come off on the tight end, and the back just goes down the sideline, untouched into the end zone for an easy touchdown, breakdown in coverage.
At that point, it had to be extremely frustrating having stopped them all day and doing the things that you want to do, yet they have the lead.
Hard to think that we, in my opinion, were in total control of the game, but behind. Excellent return here by Donovan Moore. A big boost to us to get this kind of a return before the half. I was a little bit surprised they put the ball in the air. I thought they might squib it on the ground. Donovan takes it on the goal line, and good job by the wedge. Excellent job by Slyman in there, and also Troy Bailey. Good job.
Good job by Moore to be patient, to not try to
Yes.
force it and to wait for the seam to open. So, great return of 48 yards. Now you have a chance to tack on some more points. This was a big 3rd and 13 play.
3rd and 13. Ronnie Harris catching the wide receiver screen, picks up a first down, and also gets out of bounds. You can see Ronnie just had to stop for the ball. The timing wasn't quite great on that. If we'd have caught it in full stride, we might have had a bigger play here, but a nice block downfield by Sean Burwell. Derek Deadweiler downfield blocking as well.
So you are in field goal range at the 31, but you get some more. Deadweiler with the reception, and now the ball is marked at the ASU 19.
Nice job here, a little quick pass. We bust a blocking assignment and turn somebody loose on O'Neal. He takes the shot but delivers the ball on the money.
And so with 6 seconds remaining, Thompson comes in and blasts another one through from 36 yards out. And you have regained the lead 16-14, and that's how we ended up at the intermission. Let's pick up the highlights in the 3rd quarter. Arizona State will receive to start the 3rd period. And as the coach alluded to, they actually start off with a pretty good drive, but it stalls inside Oregon territory. Here's the kickoff, and again, great coverage.
Great hit by Mitch Signer out of Crane. He actually is from Fields, Oregon. They went to school, 8-man football in Crane, a redshirt freshman, defensive lineman, and watched the hit on this kickoff return. Catches it on the 5, and Mitch Signer, here he comes, number 96, delivers a blow.
Well, I don't know if they returned any kicks after that. There's Davison, and you know, Arizona State under Bruce Snyder, they want to run the football. He believes that's what they have to do to win. And they start off with a run, then they go to the air, and Molden with pretty good coverage. What a great catch over there.
And he came down on his shoulder and hurt his shoulder a little bit, but he was in pretty good shape, just couldn't get his body up to jump. And big hole right there, and Davidson runs over Eric Castle on that particular play.
Critical series right here. 1st and 10, only about 1 yard there for ASU. Then it's 2nd down and 9 from the Oregon 25. Big, big play. Pressure, and they called grounding.
They called 2 penalties, illegal lineman downfield. It was a screen, but the ball crossed the line of scrimmage, so that call is correct. They also called intentional grounding, which is a 5-yard penalty, loss of down from the spot he threw the ball, so it ended up being a 13-yard penalty. Nice coverage there by Herman O'Berry.
So ASU punted the ball actually to the 3-yard line, and you did a great job in this series just getting it out of the goal line area.
I was really pleased with our offense taking us out of the shadow of our own end zone. Here comes one of the plays I alluded to after reading the paper Saturday morning. I decided I better get real busy and put in some trick plays. Derek Deadweiler comes around on a reverse counter. If he'd have just been a little more patient and let Collinsworth get out there in front, but he ran right by him, as you can see.
David stopped for a pit stop there at about the 16-yard line.
He was looking for a lateral, I think.
Gain of 24, but you have to punt it away, yet it ends up being good because they fumble, and Jeremy Asher right there pounces on it. Big, big turnover.
Was great protection, first of all. They've got a good rush coming on our left side. Excellent protection. Tommy punts it very, very high, and you can see it's a pretty good, great camera work there. Real wobbler, and it's coming straight down. The wind took it. Jeremy Asher's there to make the recovery.
So the Ducks with great field position but unable to move it and have to settle for the field goal.
Very disappointing there. We couldn't capitalize on that break with a touchdown.
So after the field goal, it's 19-14. Another big play by the defense. Almost a safety, but yet Bandison forces the fumble, and I believe it was Herman O'Berry with the recovery.
Really a nice play here. Pressure by Cummins coming in, almost gets the tackle for the safety. Castle starts the ball coming out. Bandison coming in from the backside, knocks it loose.
So great field position. The ball is now at the ASU 17. First down play, Burwell. Big hole, picks up 8. And then on 2nd down and 2 from the 9-yard line, Burwell, another big hole, breaks a tackle by the safety and into the end zone for the touchdown. And that kind of broke Arizona State's back. And for that reason, it is our play of the day.
Well, actually, Todd, the play that preceded it was the exact same play. We just ran it to the other side. And what we do, because Arizona State reacts so quickly with their inside backers to flow of the backfield, we put this play in where we were going to run our normal blast play with a lead to the fullback that we've run very successfully all season long. And instead, we just have the tailback take 2 steps like he's going in that direction and come back naked, if you will, by himself without a lead blocker to the right side of the line. And we just get a wash here, get the linebacker flowing, come off, double team, push him by. Key block here, we need to get a seal block here by our tight end, and we did get a good block there. And Burwell just cuts it back and makes a real nice cut, breaks a tackle, and puts it in the end zone.
All right, let's take another look at it. Great block by Mike DeFonso.
Mike DeFonso gets a very good block there.
And it looked easy. Sean Burwell into the end zone. Now you decide to go for 2 points.
And well executed here. Nice catch and dive into the end zone by Burwell for the 2-point conversion.
So that breaks it open a little bit.
You can see on ground level here, Burwell fingertip catch, off balance, but dives in for the 2 points.
So it's now 27-14 with under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. After a touchback on the kickoff, boy, the defense really turned it up here.
It did. Nice play by Alex Molden and Joe Farwell. Joe, remember, playing with tender ribs, but great reaction by Molden, and then Farwell just spins him around and gives him a headache.
I think Joe got a headache on that one, too. He said he hit somebody during the game and he didn't remember it. I think that was the one. Not much there, and on 3rd and 10, Ernest Jones gets the sack, loss of 13.
Gets the sack and almost gets undressed, too. Watch the tackle trying to take his jersey off of him, but Ernest prevails and gets the sack.
So after a punt, the Ducks take over. There's that reverse again.
Nice block on the kick out there, and Deadweiler takes it up inside.
Gain of 12.
You can see Eric Barnes, 63, kicking out. The outside linebacker there. Derek Deadweiler cutting it up inside and trying to make a cutback, but again picking up a first down.
So with an opportunity really to put this one virtually away, O'Neal scrambling. Eludes a couple tacklers. Just ducks out of bounds.
Our mistake was we ran to the left with O'Neal instead of the right, like the fan said at halftime. But nice run there by Burwell. Excellent blocking at the line of scrimmage.
That was a 4th down play.
4th down play, a good hole to end the 3rd quarter.
All right, we are ready for the 4th quarter. The Ducks leading, trying to extend that lead over Arizona State and pick up the first conference win of the year. The drive stalls. Oregon attempts the field goal, and Thompson boots it through again. His 5th field goal, tying Kirk Dennis's record of 5 in one game set back in 1988 against Washington State. Kickoff, juggle it, about an 8-yard, 9-yard return. That's about it.
He kicks him so high that it allows our coverage to get down there. Jeff Sherman making the tackle on that one. Excellent pass rush by Ernest Jones and great coverage again by Alex Molden. You can see Ernest Jones coming in, takes the inside route past the tackle and delivers a hit to Benton as he releases it. But real nice job by Alex. As soon as he gains a little more confidence, he might come with both hands and start intercepting some of those he's batting away. But that's a great job by Romeo Bandison on the pass rush there, too. Romeo turned up the dial a little bit. He played by far his finest game of the year. You can see him there just grab with his big old meat hook and grab him by the jersey and spin him down.
So the Ducks get it back.
O'Neill slips out of the pressure, finds Willie Tate again on another scramble play. He and Willie were, I think, roommates as freshmen at the University Inn. Maybe there's something going. A great punt by Tommy Thompson, and Mike Allison, the snapper, makes the hit for no return. Look at the hang time on this punt, if you will. Good protection again. Gets it up, turns it over. 49 yards, coming straight down into the wind, and Mike Allison there to make the hit.
You cannot ask for much more than that. Well, here's sometimes the razzle-dazzle plays don't work.
Sometimes they don't, and good job by Gary Williams and Herman O'Berry on that play, and Herman's turning it back in. You can see both of them back there to make the tackle. Very disappointing we let him out of the hole on this.
Yeah, on the next play, it's 3rd down and 12.
Scramble out.
And here's the guy that catches the ball was their starting quarterback in the first game, Rauer.
Right.
A redshirt freshman.
And a little soft there by Mingo Hosey, but we make the tackle, and now we allow, we're not playing quite as aggressively as we were early in the game. Nice job there again by Alex Molden. Everybody tries to beat him one-on-one, and he just keeps answering the call.
I think he had 6 deflections in the game.
He played a heck of a game. Jeff Cummins on the pressure there and forces him to throw incomplete.
So it's 4th down and 5. They've got to go for it here, and instead the sack for a 7-yard loss.
Farwell gets there first. You can see Joe coming, 51, spins Benton around. Cummins, and I'm not sure who we're going to give credit for that. There are 3 guys that just kind of spun him around and made the tackle. Here comes the counter play again to Detweiler. Picks up about 10 yards.
So the ball now in ASU territory. Really, at this point, you're trying to run out the clock. There's less than 3 minutes to play, but on the next play, fumble.
And it's too bad because Sean had made a nice run. It was well blocked, and trying to fight for extra yardage, he dropped the ball, and Arizona State gets it and gets a good chunk of their yardage and another touchdown here. Poor tackling by us on this drive. Kind of lost our intensity, I think, and Arizona State took advantage of it and executed very well. I thought Ernest Jones was being held again there. But Tony Coker, sophomore outside backer from Lebanon, makes the tackle. Excuse me, that's not Ernest Jones being held, that's DJ Cabrera, as we have 4 new people in the defensive front. And a great catch and a nice throw there, well covered by Cota and Eugene Jackson, but a real nice throw.
So now they need to go for 2 to have any chance to tie. They had trailed by 16, and with the incompletion there, less than 40 seconds remaining, they would have to score twice to tie or win this game, and they don't score again. You get the onside kick, and Tommy Thompson, one of the heroes of the ball game, as the Ducks walk off the field with the victory. After the game, we went into the locker room to get the players' reaction.
You know, we knew they was going to try to establish the run, you know, running a lot of 2 tight end sets, you know, and then once we started, you know, shutting that down, then they started, you know, running their patterns, you know, wide receivers was, one of them was kind of timid, you know, and I can tell, and that's the one I got that interception on, but, you know, it was a good team, you know, they're, you know, the coaches and everything. You know, it's a real good win for us.
You know, I really appreciate the coach letting me get those because, I mean, you know, as I said, the kicker, you know, kicker's performance is all about opportunity. And, you know, getting the opportunity to kick those is, you know, a great advantage.
They kind of blew a coverage a little bit. I went inside and Willie Tate went outside, and both guys went with him. We kind of got jumbled up. Then I came clean, and Danny saw me. So after that, it was just smooth sailing. Like last year we played Cal, you know, they had the pressure defense too under Schneider, but we actually killed ourselves a lot last year against Cal and stuff. So, you know, we executed today, and I think that was the key. And if we can do that against USC and UW and all of those teams, then, you know, we'll be on the road.
Well, it definitely helps our confidence. We know we can succeed against any defense now, and I think most of the rest of our the teams we play are running an 80 style attack defense, and that's just good for us. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable blocking that scheme, and I know everybody else is, so we should have some good success in the future against them.
I think our defense and I think it was punt return or something that did a great job getting the ball back. But the offense was kind of frustrated that we didn't get in the end zone, you know, which is with that kind of field position, it's really a shame that we didn't get more points than just a field goal. But then again, you know, Tommy set the record or whatever for field goals, so I'm sure for every negative, I guess there's a positive. I mean, we got the win, and that's what matters, I think.
Most teams in the Pac-10 run that defense, so it was good to see how we did well against it. So we got to continue to do it and just improve every week on the same defenses. Don't make mistakes, don't fumble, and score when we get inside the 20, and we'll be all right.
I think today, after beating these guys as handily as we did, I think that little doubt left, even though we had 2 straight wins. I mean, you know, we're playing in the Pac-10 now. I think that doubt has finally gone, and we know we're a good team and someone to be reckoned with as a unit. So I think this has done a world of good for us.
That was a big factor coming into this weekend. We knew that they could run the ball, and if we held them up and played our kind of defense, we were going to put the pressure on the freshman quarterbacks, and that's what we wanted to do. And I think the evidence shows that when we did put a little bit of pressure on him, we threw it up for grabs. We got a pick and got a lot of pressure on him. I thought I was going to have a safety, but hey, you know, that's the way it goes.
All right, coming up next for the Ducks, a trip to Southern California to take on the Trojans. Your evaluation of USC?
They're a great football team. Certainly their ability up in Seattle to almost pull off that upset. They're a talented team. They switched to the pressure defense, and their athletic ability and their size is superior to Arizona State, so our task there is going to be greater. You can see they have tremendous speed and athletic ability all over the football field. Rob Johnson's been doing a very good job for him at quarterback. He sustained a concussion, I guess, in the second quarter, but you can see the USC defense putting a lot of pressure on Washington here. They're just a very, very talented group, and we're going to have to play with a lot more intensity and a lot more ability to hang on to the ball. We cannot commit the mistakes we made against Arizona State and expect to beat a team of USC's caliber.
They changed quarterbacks in the ball game as Perry came in. But as you mentioned, they got the great speed. I guess Curtis Conway is one of the better receivers in the Pac-10.
Well, he's just a tremendous talent, return man receiver. He played some quarterback against us a year ago. You can see him, great concentration with the tip ball, making the catch for the touchdown there.
SC will come in with a record of 1-2. That's a little deceiving, though. They beat Oklahoma at Oklahoma. Or 2-1, I should say. They beat Oklahoma, then they lose to Washington. But I mean, here's a team that seems to be playing much better than a year ago. What's the difference?
Actually, they're 1-1-1. Todd. They opened with a tie with San Diego State.
That's right.
They beat a good Oklahoma team at Oklahoma. They had a bye after the San Diego State game. Had a bye after the Oklahoma game before the Washington game. They're 0-1 in the league, but 1-1-1 overall, and I'm sure we'll still be ranked in the top 25. I think they're an outstanding football team, physical football team, even more physical than the one we played, obviously. We're going to have a work cut out for us, but I like our chances. All
right, we'll see what happens next week down at the Coliseum. Of course, we will have all the highlights here on the Coach's Show. We hope you join us. For the coach, I'm Todd McKim. Thanks once again.
The Oregon Sports Network presents